While nuclear fuel transportation accidents are relatively rare, they carry significant risks due to the potential release of radioactive materials. 1 Castle Bravo Incident, 1954. Pacific Ocean. The Castle Bravo incident remains one of the most infamous nuclear accidents. During a nuclear weapons test at Bikini Atoll in the Marshall Islands, the yield of the detonation exceeded expectations, resulting in a large-scale release of radioactive materials. The fallout affected nearby islands and exposed local populations to dangerous levels of radiation. 2 Kyshtym Disaster, 1957. Soviet Union. The Kyshtym disaster occurred at the Mayak Production Association, a nuclear fuel reprocessing plant in the Soviet Union. A storage tank containing highly radioactive waste exploded, releasing a significant amount of radioactive materials into the environment. The accident resulted in the contamination of a vast area and the displacement of thousands of people. 3 Goiânia Accident, 1987. Brazil. In one of the most significant radiological accidents in history, an abandoned radiotherapy machine was scavenged for its valuable components in Goiânia, Brazil. The highly radioactive material, cesium-137, was unknowingly spread, resulting in the contamination of numerous individuals and areas. Several deaths and severe health consequences occurred due to exposure to radiation. 4 Tokai Mura Accident, 1999. Japan. A criticality accident took place at a nuclear fuel processing facility in Tokai Mura, Japan. Improper handling of enriched uranium caused an uncontrolled nuclear chain reaction, leading to a release of radiation. 3 workers were exposed to high doses of radiation, resulting in 2 fatalities and significant contamination of the surrounding area. 5 Samut Prakan Radiation Accident, 2000, Thailand. In a radiography equipment mishap, a misplaced radiation source was inadvertently sold as scrap metal to a steel mill in Samut Prakan, Thailand. As the metal was melted down, the radioactive cobalt-60 within the source contaminated the workers, the facility, and the surrounding area, resulting in radiation sickness and fatalities. 6 Tammikko Incident, 2001, Estonia. During the transportation of nuclear fuel waste from the Ignalina nuclear power plant in Lithuania to Russia, a cask containing spent fuel rods fell from a transport vehicle in Tammikko, Estonia. The incident resulted in damage to the cask, but no release of radioactive materials was reported. 7 Donghae-1 Accident, 2008, South Korea. The Donghae-1, a South Korean research vessel, sank off the country's east coast while transporting radioactive waste. While the vessel was successfully salvaged, concerns were raised about potential leakage of the waste into the marine environment. 8 Fukushima Daiichi Nuclear Disaster, 2011. Japan. The Fukushima Daiichi nuclear disaster occurred following a massive earthquake and tsunami in Japan. The event led to the meltdown of 3 nuclear reactors, resulting in the release of radioactive materials into the environment. The accident had significant environmental and health consequences, leading to the evacuation of nearby communities and long-term challenges in the cleanup and recovery efforts. 9 Temelin Incident, 2014, Czech Republic. During the transportation of radioactive waste from the Temelin nuclear power plant to a storage facility, a truck carrying the waste was involved in a collision. While no release of radioactive materials was reported, the accident highlighted the risks associated with nuclear fuel transportation. 10 Mayak Incident, 2017, Russia. A truck carrying radioactive materials from the Mayak Production Association in Russia crashed into another vehicle. While no release of radioactive materials was reported, the accident raised concerns about the safety and security measures during nuclear fuel transportation. These incidents serve as reminders of the potential risks associated with nuclear fuel transportation and emphasize the need for stringent safety protocols, proper handling procedures, and robust emergency response plans to minimize the likelihood of accidents and their consequences.